Hello everyone, this is Task 3 of Graduate Rotational Program. I am Rudresh Patidar, an intern of the SAP 2021 batch of the Sparks Foundation. We'll be performing this task of exploratory data analysis on retail dataset. So what is exploratory data analysis? Uh, it is basically practice done by the data scientists to analyze and investigate data sets and summarize their main characteristics. It also helps to determine if the statistical techniques that are being considered for data analysis are appropriate or not. So here we aim at performing exploratory data analysis on SampleSuperstore Dataset. So here we begin. We'll be using NumPy pandas for data manipulation and Matplotlib and Seaborn for data visualization. Now I'll be loading my data set. Now str.head will give me first 5 values. This will help me analyze the number of columns that I have to deal with. So these are the column: ship mode, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, category, subcategory, sales, quantity, discount, and profit. So here profit is our target variable because now our profit will be based on all these other column. So now I'll be having info. So here we can see that our dataset consists around 10,000, approximately 10,000 entries, which are all nulls. So there is a good news for us, and these are the data types. So now I'll be categorizing my data. So it is a pretty obvious, all those that we all knows, categories. Categorical data always takes the strings and object data type, so we have categorized it. Now profit and sales is continuous because profit and sales can be anything, and quantity and discount is discrete because they can take any value within a defined set. Like discount can only range from 0% to 100%, so this is why we categorize as a discrete variable. So now here the next step is check the null value in our data, because it is a large data set, not that large, but still we'll be dealing with 10,000 values. So we have to see that if there is any null values, that we have to take care of it. So yeah, it is a good news that we have no null values, so we don't have to bother about missing value treatment. Now we'll be seeing that in our dataset how many unique values in every column. So like ship mode has 4, segment 3, but country has only one value. So if the dataset is uniform across one column, then it is a good practice to drop it. And here we can see also we have been provided city, region, and postal code. Uh, Although we'll be dropping country, but I don't think profit will be depending on postal code, so it won't make much of difference. So we can drop it as well. So can drop it. So this is our new data set without country and postal code. So and now we have to see there are any duplicate values or not. So will be simply there are around 50 duplicate values, so simply we dropping these duplicate values. So in the next univariate analysis, so now in the univariate analysis, I'll be plotting a count plot using the Seaborn library. Here we can see here we can see the maximum people opt for a standard shipping mode, and for the segment, so here maximum sales are in the consumer industry, followed by corporate and home office. Now in the region, here we can see the maximum sales are in the west region, and followed by east, central, and then south. Again here category. we can see the maximum sales occur in the category of office supplies, uh, and there is almost equal sales in the furniture and technology. Now have now here will be plotting count plot of subcategories. So in the subcategories we can see blinders and papers have the highest sales, and actually this is pretty evident that blinders and papers do come into the the office supplies, so it is a just confirmation. Now we have to describe profit. So here minimum value is minus 6599, and our first quantile, that is 25%, is just 1. So we can see that there must be many values that will be lying between both of them. So we can make out from that we'll be having a large number of outlier. So to confirm this, we can have box plot. So now if I zoom it, we have so many number of outliers that we cannot even count in a particular figure. Now now the best practice to do it is a calculate skewness. So now we have the skewness of 7.5. It shows the variable profit as a right skewed distribution, indicating the presence of extreme higher values. We will be capping our outliers to 10th and 90th. So here how we'll be capping it. And we'll be printing our skewness to see that whether capping has been successful or not. So here we can see that now we have reached the skewness of 1.1. So from 7.5 to 1.1 we can say that those extreme outliers have been taken care of. And now similarly the same step goes for cells as well. Again when we cap it, then before the skewness is around 12.9, and again we cap it, then it comes to around approximately 1.3. So yeah, and now we'll be plotting the heat map to see the correlation between this particular column. So now we can see there's a positive correlation between sales and profit. So it's 0.59. So it is quite obvious when sales increase, profit will increases. And there is a positive correlation between quantity and profit also. Uh, there when quantity increase, profit will increases. And now what needs to be noted down here is there is a negative correlation between profit and discount. So that is approximately minus 0.42, and there is a negative correlation between sales and discount. Sales When sales increases, discount decreases. That's obvious. And and there is a nearly no correlation between um, quantity and discount. It is called zero correlation. Now I'll be seeing the profit that is associated with segment. So we have so here we can see uh, home offices gives the most profit, and then profit associated with subcategories. So here we can see the copiers, and followed by the machines gives the most profit. And now sales in association with states. So here we can see that the Wyoming states gives the most profit. Then we'll segment of religion column. So here we can see that the central region has less number of consumer because all have this consumer in a green line as mentioned. uh, Green bar comparatively very low in a central, and then profit associated with different categories. So here you can see sale of furniture is significantly low in central and eastern region as compared to southern and western, and it is in green bar as mentioned. You can see here, and there is a low office supply in central region. Office supplies as mentioned in the peach color. You can see here it is very low in central as compared to eastern, western and southern. So now, now to understand better of how this quantity profit, discount profit are doing, we'll be plotting line plot here. So we can see that there is a constant increment in profit with increasing quantity, right? Then we'll be seeing discount versus profit. And so yeah, it is also as like we discussed in the heat map. So we can say that the conclusion is the superstore incurs losses by giving discounts, but if they stop giving discount, their sales will be impact and they won't be able to attract more long-term customers. Discounts are offered during festivals, end of seasons, and clearance sales, which are necessary so that the store can make space in their warehouse for fresh stocks. By incurring small losses, the company gains in the future by attracting more long-term customers. The small losses from discount they are essential part of company business. So these are dashboard. I am using the Pybase library here, and I'll be using make chart function for making a chart. So here we can plot anything like scatter plot, pie chart, bar plot, violin plot, box plot, distribution plot, histogram, a correlation plot. So I'll choose bar plot, then I'll keeping X as my region and quantity as and Y as profit and color, let's say category, then make chart. So here you can see the category officer supply region west profit 89.28 like this, and and the best part is we can compare simultaneously, like if I have to plot again, I can plot here. I'm keeping X as my ship mode, Y as profit, color let's category. So here you can see we can compare simultaneously like this, and then we can plot environment plot, box plot, distribution histogram as default in the correlation plot. So you can see here correlation between profit and sales. You can see the correlation between discount and quantity. So this is the task. So So here I end it. So you can connect me on LinkedIn also for further inquiries. LinkedIn is given below in the description as well. So thank you.